My name is Olivia Carter. For almost 7 years, I worked at a manufacturing company called Sterling Industrial Group. When I first joined the company, I was just a junior operations manager. The job was demanding, but I enjoyed solving problems and improving systems. Over the years, I worked harder than most people in the office. I arrived early. I stayed late. And whenever there was a problem, I found a solution. Slowly, my work started getting attention. Departments that used to struggle were now running smoothly. Projects that had been delayed for months were finally completed. But the person who never seemed impressed was my boss. His name was Richard Dalton. Richard had been the CEO of the company for more than 15 years. He was known for being strict, unpredictable, and sometimes unfair. Still, I believed that hard work would eventually earn his respect. Then one morning, everything changed. I received an email from HR. The subject line was simple. Meeting request, executive office. I walked to the conference room at exactly 10 o'clock. Richard Dalton was already sitting at the table. Next to him was someone from HR. The moment I walked in, something felt wrong. No one smiled. No one offered coffee. Richard didn't waste time. Olivia, he said coldly, we've decided to terminate your position. For a moment, I thought I had misunderstood. Terminate? I asked. Yes, he replied. Effective immediately. I waited for an explanation. But none came. No performance issue. I asked carefully. Richard leaned back in his chair. This is a leadership decision, he said. That was it. 7 years of work ended in less than 2 minutes. I packed my things that afternoon and walked out of the building. At the time, I believed my career was over. But I was wrong. The first few months were difficult. I sent resumes to dozens of companies. Some responded. Most didn't. But during that time, something interesting happened. Several people I had worked with in the past contacted me. They remembered the systems I had built. They remembered the improvements I had made. One of those people was a business investor named Daniel Morris. Daniel had worked with Sterling Industrial on several projects. He invited me to lunch. During the meeting, he asked me a question. If you had the chance to run your own company, he said, what would you do differently? For the next hour, I explained everything. Better logistics. Better leadership. Better communication with employees. Daniel listened carefully. Then he smiled. I think we should build something, he said. Over the next 2 years, we started a new company. It wasn't easy. But slowly, our business grew. Clients who valued efficiency began working with us. Our reputation improved. Revenue increased every quarter. Then one day, Daniel walked into my office holding a report. You might find this interesting, he said. The report was about Sterling Industrial Group, the company where I used to work. Apparently, they were struggling. Bad management decisions had caused major financial problems. Projects were delayed. Clients were leaving. And the company was now looking for investors. Daniel looked at me. What would you think about buying them? I stared at the report. 2 years earlier, they had fired me without explanation. Now they needed help. After a long moment, I smiled. Let's take a look at the numbers, I said. 3 months later, negotiations were complete. Our investment group was ready to purchase Sterling Industrial Group. On the day the contract was signed, I returned to the same building I had once walked out of. The same conference room. The same table. But this time, everything was different. Richard Dalton was sitting across from me. He looked older than I remembered. More tired. More nervous. When he saw me walk in, his eyes